dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems. I guess I've been dreaming. 'Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
Oh, now we up in there. Peace and love to all the guys and gals in the high vibrating species on the planet. How we living out there, good people? What's happening? Come on in. Welcome back to the channel and stuff. Oh yeah, we about to get it in. We about to finish up this congressional hearing with these UAPs, aka UFOs. And yeah, academics, peace, love. I see you. I hope everybody's good out there. Thank you for joining me. You know what I'm saying? Yet again. Like I said, we about to finish this thing up, and if you've been following along, you'll see we've gotten things, but we ain't got things. We know it's out there, but we don't know quite exactly what it is yet. We have an idea, but you know, in these cases, I would say, you know what I'm saying, we need to get past the belief. The age of Pisces is over with. We're done with belief. We're on to the knowing. So it's either you know or you don't know. So I'm here to let you know, you know what I'm saying, that the information's out there somewhere. You just gotta hear a little, dare a little, finesse it, get what you can, put it together what you can. You know what I'm saying, analyze, analytics, definitely do diligence. More than surface value, research, reading. Everything is not gonna tell the truth, exact truth, and nothing but the truth. But you can find truth in damn near everything you go through. You just got to be able to cross-examine. That's going to be key in any of this information, via history, this stuff here, SCP funded, it don't matter. Cross-referencing, you'll go a lot further with whatever the case may be, for whatever brought you to wherever you're going. You know what I mean? But I wish you the best of luck. Just keep the genuineness in there. You know what I'm saying? How you started is how you should finish. So if you came in being genuine for the knowledge, stick with the knowledge. Don't eventually see that you can try to power trip like it's got us in the pickle that we're in now, right? And it's got Mr. Elizondo over here under the pressure. He wants to give it up, but he don't, you know what I mean? He don't want to break the rules. And then he signed the NDA, so he can't. You know what I mean? They will step on you if you sign a contract with them and you violate. For real. Even though, never mind, you know what? It's coming. We gonna see about all the treaty, the broken treaty, and didn't honor any of the treaty. You know, all the Indian business. You know what I mean? So it's hypocritical as is. But anyways, academics, I hope y'all got what you need, because I do. Without further ado, we gonna let the rest of the Congress speakers ask their questions, take us on out of here. We should be finishing up with this 2-hour segment this time, right? And then we're gonna, I don't know where we're going, but we're going somewhere, right? And man, I was blown away yesterday after, and I knew it. I kind of felt it when I was reading it, and through all the history that's been given and all the stuff that's been blown up, the list that's been blown off, all the stories told of these things. Man, I learned some stuff yesterday about Cinco de Mayo and what actually happened in the war and stuff like, man, listen here. But yeah, shout out to Big Chief Topcast, man, legendary Topcast. That was, hold on, because the whole time I was just like this. As I said, the more he talked about and the more he dropped those receipts, and that was the beauty of it. It was the receipts behind it, like primary sources. You know what I mean? Of what really took place, who really was there, what really happened, who really was involved, the ins and the outs of it, man. Again, but anyway, hopefully, I could actually get with him and bring that over here for the history segment, you know what I'm saying? Because I did say we was going to go through some history. Of course, we're going through history now if you haven't been paying attention, right? But we're really going to get in depth in some history. And like I said, we're cross-referencing. We're going to put it all together. But Elizondo, I don't know who we are on the speakers. I forgot who we left out with. But we got Mr. Nervous right here. Stand-up guy. Let's get it.
Sure, thank you. Mr. Schellenberger, you're particularly familiar with the Langley Air Force Base incident a year ago? Are you familiar?
Just from what I read in the
Just
news.
from what you've read?
Yeah.
A year ago? Are you familiar? You're
From a governmental perspective, because we have no idea.
Sure, thank you. Mr. Schellenberger, you're particularly familiar with the Langley Air Force Base incident a year ago? Are you familiar?
Just from what I read in the news.
Just from what you've read?
Yeah.
I would imagine a large percentage of the American population became aware of that with the Wall Street Journal article. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
And were you aware of that incident prior to the Wall Street Journal article?
No.
To the rest of the panel, was the Wall Street Journal article the first time that y'all were made aware of what was essentially an over 2-week UAP frenzy over Langley Air Force Base? Were y'all aware of this prior to the Wall Street Journal article? Anybody? Show of hands. Yes,
sir.
Dr. Guyette, could you give me how did you become aware of it?
A colleague of mine who I referenced previously, Chris Mellon, he wrote an extensive article about this, that there were other incursions of drones over Langley before this, as well as many, many military installations over the last 5 decades.
And it's my understanding that there's been an ever-increasing in number, and I'm trying to think how to say this because I wear 2 different hats. I'm still in the Air Force. So, I mean, it seems that they're becoming increasingly brash, and the question that we really have to figure out is it China or is it non-human? And I think that's the biggest question the American people want to know. If it's China, it's scary because they have a lot of technology that we cannot explain. And if it's non-human, that's scary because we don't know the intent.
So let me ask y'all, what would y'all rather it be? The anomaly or man? I'll go with the anomaly. Look what man do. Let's see what the anomaly is. I think I'll go with the anomaly. So there's mine. Mine's in the pot. So I want to ask y'all and be like, you know what I'm saying? And I want to throw mine out there. There's mine. I'll go with the anomaly. What would I rather it be? The anomaly or man? What would you rather it be? The anomaly or man? I may just do a poll. What y'all think?
Would you say that's fair?
Yes, Congressman. And in fact, I really believe that we should use this hearing as a catalyst to improve and bolster our.
What did I say? I said it. Didn't I say it in a prior video? This may be a catalyst. BBC. Keywords.
Air defense capabilities and our maritime domain awareness capabilities, because obviously there are holes in it, whether it be UAP of non-HI direction or NHI direction, or, as you say, sir, China or any other adversary.
Are you all aware of any task force at the Pentagon or in the national security apparatus that's trying to assess the answer to that question?
At the current moment, sir, no, but this is a great point. From 2020 to 2022, there was a UAP task force in the DoD succeeding where Mr. Elizondo worked, led by Jay Stratton, who had the first comprehensive whole-of-government approach to UAP, which involved pathways to declassification and to increase transparency, as well as assessing the national security risks of UAP. This was a really well-established approach, and we have all advocated that something like it return.
I'm running out of time. The last thing is that we need authorities. The law enforcement, military do not have authorities to actually engage, and Congress needs to act to give those authorities to local law enforcement and the military so they have clear guidelines on how to assess these issues going forward. I yield back. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to recognize.
Well, I would say this. Do not fire first. Don't let that be the first thing you do. Some already have the tendency to think that that's all we're going to be about. And for the most part, they have good reason to believe so, that that's the first thing that we do, is see something that we didn't understand even, and we would result the violence and we'd fire upon it, right? That's the typical mindset is to, if you don't understand, you fight or flight, seeing that it's out of this world, you know you really don't have anywhere to run to when it comes to the world because it's just come from somewhere else. So now it's on your world. Where will you run? If it's here, that means there's more of it, more of them, and they're coming, or they're already there, here, and running really doesn't do anything, right? You'll just be food eventually. The others, we're not giving up our position, so we're gonna fight. And even though you know you're gonna lose, you're still gonna fight, right? Go out fighting, right? That's what we're looking at in a nutshell with everything that's going on. It's the last swings of the system and those of it. Via you condone it, you're of it and just don't care, or you rely on it and you've become lazy. So it's a lot to take in. And this is just, like I say, this is a catalyst for something so much bigger, so much deeper. And I know we probably always hear that it's so much more. So this goes really deep. And at this point, we're like, yeah, but how deep does it go? Like, I'm honestly, some aren't prepared for how deep it really is. And that's what they're trying to do. Like, that's what the so-called SCP Foundation is, right? Trying to secure, contain, and protect. And it's like a build-up, man. So it's like they know everybody ain't going for a belief of what they're saying or the whole bit.
Recognize Ms. Boebert for 5 minutes of questioning.
You're going to find a percentage.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Now that we have all
something.
been cautioned in this committee hearing that the mention of Pentagon's Immaculate Constellation program could put us on a list, well, I already find myself on many lists, I'm sure. So I speak my mind often, so why not just keep going with it? May as well just go all out and say it. The earth is flat, birds are government drones, and we've never set foot on the moon, and Joe Biden received 81 million votes in the 2020 election. So let's just see how many lists we could get on here today. But Mr. Schellenberger, I wanted to ask you, I think I understand from this hearing that you would agree that classifying information like this.
What she said about them birds, though? I heard everything she said, but yeah.
So let's just see how many lists we could get on here today. But the earth is flat, birds are government drones, and we've never set foot on the moon, and Joe Biden received 81 million votes in the 2020 election. So let's just see how many.
Question. Okay, so how much of that y'all think she actually just spilled being via the actual truth? How many? It's just an opinion. I mean, we're just asking. Like, at this point, I can't just keep saying we'll never know. No, that's bullshit. We gonna know everything. Trust me. Trust and believe. Everything is gonna come out eventually. All will be revealed. Belief, you might as well leave that where you picked it up at. You roll or get rolled over type of situation. In some situations, a lot of things that people are expecting won't happen. A lot of things people are expecting will happen. It's going there. It's going there, but it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, that's the question. How much of that y'all think is real? Earth flat, round? I don't know. A little bit of. Nah. I'm thinking more like Halo. I'm thinking more something like that. Halo. A donut, maybe. Something. Round, flat. Round and flat. All of that. All of it, because it's flat here, and it's from a distance. It could be round. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, yeah. I think like Halo. What do you think?
How many lists we could get on here today? But Mr. Schellenberger, I wanted to ask you. I think I understand from this hearing that you would agree that classifying information like this is not in the best interest of the people. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, with the caveat that, of course, I would support classification necessary to protect secrets essential to national security, but I think it's pretty obvious that there's overclassification.
Overclassification, yes. And so in most instances, if they can't tell us what, do you think at some point they'll at least tell us why?
President-elect Trump has repeatedly committed to greater transparency, both on the UAP issue, on JFK files, on
Yes.
COVID origins, and many other things. So I think that we need to make sure that the next administration is held accountable for that.
Agreed. And this is for all four of you. Yes or no, please. I have many questions I want to get to. Are there any known instances of recovered materials or technologies that are not of human origin and maybe connected to any advanced bioscience defense programs within the USG?
I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to answer that, ma'am.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so
Y'all sound pretty genuine with that. Like, that sounds like that may be actually above the pay grades. Or they were all told that's your answer. If they ask about any of that type of I don't know. I do not know. That's all you say. That's all you need to say. Move on. Next question.
there are rumors that have come up to the Hill of a secretive project within the Department of Defense involving the manipulation of human genetics with what is described as non-human genetic material, potentially for the enhancement of human capabilities.
Man, that's your super soldiers. That's Captain America. That's all your splicing movies, including the movie Splice. That's a lot of movies they've referenced that theory or idea or rumor or truth that they've actually given to you. That, yeah, damn straight, because same thing with the complex cell organism. Complex cell organism, full splicing, animal DNA, all the way around the board. That's like I said, hypertrichosis is a form of it. All that type of stuff finna come out. Oh hell, listen. Oh my God! It's going down when it come out. I'm telling you, folks are going to be appalled and not just. No, I don't believe it. But it's all here, and it's been here, and they've been telling you. You just never knew because they put they put it on TV, man. You know what I'm saying? They put it here instead of allowing you to see it with your own too. They put it here and let you see it there, and they let you conceptualize in your mind, and you started running. They played with you. It's a man. Put it like this: it's universal MK Ultra. Everybody's been bamboozled, and it's been ran on everybody. Psyops.
Hybrids. Are any of you familiar with that? Yes or no?
I am.
No, ma'am.
I am not, ma'am.
I'm not.
No, ma'am.
Liars. Lies. Lies. This, yeah.
Okay, I would like to know, with Immaculate Constellation, how does this relate to UAP activities, Mr. Schellenberg, in oceanic environments? Are there any instances where the Navy or other maritime forces have encountered UAPs that could not be explained by known technology or natural phenomena?
Yeah, the Immaculate Constellation covers both terrestrial and oceanic, and there's actually a number of cases described in the report that occur in the ocean.
And do you believe that there is a concerted effort by the Pentagon to keep Congress out of the loop regarding these UAP activities, specifically in our waters?
Yes.
I think it's about 5% of our ocean that's actually been studied in detail by man, and we've studied more of space than we had of our own oceans. And so, are there any accounts of UAPs emerging?
That's true. They the Andromeda. I think that's maybe, I don't know, probably about as far out, allotted. No further than that. And there's certain dealings going on with that. But I haven't confirmed that all the way either. yet. It's just some of the stuff that I've been hearing, and I've actually read it in certain places as well, but I still haven't really like nailed that. It would make sense via certain things that's been taking place, but that's neither here nor there. That's also something that'll come out as well. But it's funny. I was listening to it. This immaculate conception. Ain't that so-called? That's Jesus. And then they got this immaculate consolation or something like this is. So yeah, they trying to be funny with these. Like it's the trick words, man. So we gotta be doing the etymology. So I'm gonna get back on that too. I'm because I gotta get back in my book. I think I ordered a new one too because I want to cross reference some of the stuff that I'm getting out of that.
From or submerging into our water, which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface.
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
Some would say that there's multiple hot spots where we see frequent activities. So in your investigations, have you come across any data or visual evidence like sonar readings or underwater footage of these UAPs?
I have not beyond what's in the report.
You've written about UAPs not only in the air but in underwater. Are there any specifics on what you've learned about the UAP activity in our oceans? Particularly, have you spoken with sources who have provided any evidence or eyewitness accounts of these UAPs interacting with our naval forces or being detected by our underwater surveillance systems?
Nothing beyond what's in the report and then the specific case that I mentioned with the orb.
So this report says it all. There's no other information that we are aware of regarding the activity within our waters.
I have other sources that have told me that have shared a significant amount of information, but they're not comfortable with me sharing it at this point.
Okay. Are there any technological capabilities?
That when you get that, that's because it's an intricate thing. Like it's delicate, meaning it's probably a one in a lifetime chance that you were, what I'm saying, that situation would happen, or that, what I'm saying, and only a small group of people would know that. That's a pocket. That's a small pocket of people is gonna know that. So, and they would be able to narrow down real quick who let that go. You know what I mean? So it's like, nah, like, yeah, I put you on game, but you can't say nothing because it was only me and my team, and quite naturally I was the guy that, you know what I mean? So I can't really just, but yeah, boy, they was in there. And we stood down, you know what I'm saying? We already saw that we were outnumbered. These boys were big guns, heavy guns. They were extra tall, 10 foot. And they was holding it down. So, and yeah, we saw that, but nah, don't say nothing because they gonna come right to me. That seems like the type of situation that is. That's what it seems like.
Capabilities observed in these oceanic UAPs that seem to defy our current understanding of physics or our engineering capabilities?
It seems like they all do.
Yes, I would agree with that. My time is up, but I do appreciate your bravery, your courage for coming here and speaking today. And it seems like there's still some questions that we need answers to, and we will not relent until we get those to the American people. Thank you all.
Thank you. I move to allow myself and the ranking member 5 additional minutes for questions without objection, so ordered. Mr. Elizondo, were you read into the Immaculate Constellation program?
I would not be authorized to confirm nor deny the existence of any ongoing or past program, especially as it relates to a special access program, either by name or trigraph.
Okay, and then does the U.S. government or private contractors, do they work with other foreign countries, China, for example, to exchange data, quote from a source, that intelligence data about UAP?
Let me see if I can answer that a little bit more generally, ma'am, if I may. We do have foreign material exploitation programs. That is something that is widely known, and that term itself is unclassified. How exactly that works becomes a bit sensitive a discussion we could certainly have in a closed session if you like. We do work with international partners and allies quite often, not just in military exercises and workups, but in other intelligence efforts as well.
In terms of material that's given to private contractors, is certain material given to certain contractors because of their experience? So, for example, if it's related to submerged and undersea propulsion, would it go to a general contractor like General Dynamics?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely correct. Different contractors have different levels of expertise.
What's Lockheed's expertise?
Aerospace, ma'am.
In the UAP space, that's all that they would do submerged.
No, I didn't say that, ma'am.
Okay.
Lockheed Martin and others do quite a bit of work both in our atmosphere, in space, and even underwater. There are certain
They're
efforts
hand in hand.
to.
They're hand in hand. Like the thing goes in the water and out of the water. Like that's where they typically lose the jets. Like the jets are keeping up as much as they can, when they can, or whenever they're allowed to. But when they're tired of playing with the jet, what do? Waters. Gone. Hyperdrives. Gone. But more than likely, they hit that water real quick. What the jet's not doing, hitting that water. So, I mean, I would be thinking, yes, I would hope that you're working aero and sea. I would hope so. Because that's, hello, it's water in the air. Okay. Sorry.
It's a tough question you're asking. You put me on the spot here.
I'm looking for the answer.
Yes, ma'am. No, they are involved in a lot. I would rather let Lockheed Martin explain the different domains that they are involved with. Probably am not authorized to discuss that, but they are involved in a lot of different areas and domains.
Admiral, flight safety risks for our pilots, based on what you've experienced and seen in your career.
They're extensive, and the one exercise I referred to where I received the email that was then deleted was the pilots, and this is worth bringing out. There are debunkers out there who have said the Go Fast video was just a balloon. That was only one video that was released. There were dozens of these encounters that pilots, friends of Ryan Graves, who's in this room right here, witnessed and caused significant safety concerns. And to almost call out an exercise and shut it down, which is very compressed, and the carrier's getting ready for deployment, and the pilots have to get certified to land on a carrier. It's extreme, to say the least.
All right, I have two last questions. Real quickly, Mr. Schellenberger, how do we get more whistleblowers to come forward?
Well, this hearing is very important, and obviously, I can't encourage whistleblowers to obtain information, but I can guarantee that I will protect them and go to prison to protect their identities if they come to me.
Yes, sir. Okay, my last question. The first hearing we had on this, I'd never been briefed on UAPs or what they were.
Schellenberger said, I'll take one for the team. But no, girl, I ain't no. Because he told me. And I ain't finna get bro jammed up on that. And yeah, he's solid. Now, you know what I'm talking about? No, like, push come to shove, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. But right now, you know what I mean? He's saying, Schellenberger said he gonna be solid with it. I'm 100. I'm 100 with my sources, man. They came out and they put themselves on the line, lives on the line, family on the line, cause in this line of work, yeah, they'll knock a whole family tree off around this month to keep something. We're not gonna pretend that, you know what I mean. They would have knocked off a whole generation of people to keep a secret, especially when it's something like really, you feel me, and they name on it.
Biologics, non-human, etc. How would you define, each of you, my last question, how would you define non-human biologics, non-human intelligence? What are we actually talking about? Admiral, and we'll go down the line.
I don't think it's a stretch when you look at the diversity of life on this planet and the size of this universe to think that there would be more diverse, higher order, non-human intelligences throughout the universe, and that's probably what's visiting us.
I would take the scientific approach. The definition would be the ability to react to a stimulus in a manner that requires an intellectual thought process.
I just don't know.
I think we must be modest in our assumptions that we're looking for intelligence. That could be biological. It might not.
Schellenberger, what in the...
the fuck?
Schellenberger. Bro, what do you think? What do you feel? Based upon your evidence, your sources that you are willing to go to jail for. Well, you willing to go to jail for this. You willing to go to prison, federal prison, to protect these people's identities. Man, you got to have somewhat of an opinion. Now, if you just rather keep it to your, well, did she put the pressure on? She didn't put the pressure on and say, hey, y'all, you give me something. But I think that look in her eye like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, man, that boy, that look now. I'm trying to tell you. Better watch out. Look how everybody else looking. Look at him. Listen.
Non-biological, but what non-biological intelligence, what does that mean though?
Artificial intelligence, ML, machines. We assume that all intelligence would be like us. And every time we look out in the universe, we are humbled relative to what we don't know in terms of the forms of intelligence and what it may take. I can assure you I probably can't ask you your question, but I think the ultimate answer is going to surprise us all.
And then Mr. Garcia did a few.
Hey man, Mr. Gold got, see, he worked for NASA with NASA, so he know them boys over there holding. Like they got some files over there. And this last question that brought up on these answers, especially what Mr. Gold just said, you know what I'm saying? If y'all will, please. If you would.
No, in terms of the form we look at, ML, machines.
What does that mean though?
Artificial intelligence, ML, machines. We assume that all intelligence would be like us. And every time we look out in the universe, we are humbled relative to what we don't know in terms of the forms of intelligence and what it may take. I can assure you I probably can't ask you your question, but I think the ultimate answer is going to surprise us all.
And
I mean, what does it mean? You got a long ways to go, and you're a baby. And you're a badass child. Like, you're a bad child. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're horrible, like, terrible twos. You know what I mean? Like, chaotic fours, you feel me? Like, oh my, I mean, dynamite fives, live. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. And it's stuff that's beyond your comprehension. That's what we've been saying here over at the Academy. That most of this stuff, most of it is going to be beyond your comprehension. And there's no reason for you to hold out, because now you're starting to, like he just said, you're getting humbled. You're starting to embarrass yourself. You're risking people's lives. You're doing too much in the name of science, and science is to know. So you're doing too much in the name of to know. I want to know. I got to know. So you're willing to sacrifice everyone but yourself to know, just to hold it from everybody else that should know exactly what you knew. Giving everybody the equal opportunity to do with this information as they will. Because when you try to go against the nature of things, you see what you get. You get nature coming against you. And now a lot of people do not understand, or understand what's going on because of so much secrecy and so many lies and so many stories or fabrications of these stories. Like, telling the truth is telling the truth, not giving me a lie mixed with truth, mixed with another lie, washed down with some fabrication. You know what I'm saying? And then I have manipulation for dessert. And it's shut your mouth, you take it, sir, yes sir, may I have another, and it's you teach this to your children and generations to come, and now you have a situation here. You have a situation here where these people are actually having to put their lives on the line and come out to Congress saying, hey, listen, we need your help. We need y'all to put a couple pins, put some foots down, put some belts to some asses over here, because they got some stuff that needs to come out, and it's getting too big for just a small pockets of people to be trying to hold on to. This is crazy. These things are out here doing in mass numbers. They're doing stuff that we cannot keep up with, no matter who now. They don't care if it's China, U.S., Korea. It don't matter who it is, what you got. Russian. It don't matter who you are, what you got. You don't have enough for those that gave it to you. Trust me, they gave you the ass ends of the stuff that you gave us the ass ends of. See what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. So it's like a trickle-down effect. Like, when we thought we had good things and we was coming up in the world, no, y'all was already ahead of us. But then the people that gave it to you are already ahead of you, but by light years, millions of light years. So there's no way you're going to catch up. There's no way you can keep up. At this point, just grow. Take your time with it. You know what I'm saying? And learn other things other than war. Like, that's the problem. It's war, weaponize this, weaponize that. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Let's control these people. Let's run this organization. Let's hush this up and let's keep this away from them. Let's turn them against them. Let's do this. And it's too much going on, man. And listen, man. It's just too much going on. It's psyop after psyop, distraction after distraction. It's BS after BS. Lie on top of lie. When you tell one lie, you got to tell another, then you got to tell another, you got to tell another, and then you got a backpack full of them. And you caught red-handed, and now you don't even want to be with the bag, and the bag is left in your hand. Your fault. It's like, hold on, let me get it. Your fault. See what I'm saying? And it's crazy that it's come to this. But like I said, I just feel like it's a catalyst for the rest of it to come out. They gotta figure out a way to do it. That lessen that blow for them. No, bro, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. Even if it don't come from the people, even if it don't come from us, you're in trouble. You got to deal with the universe, Mother Universe, universal prime creator. You know what I mean? Y'all got to deal with that. Y'all got to deal with universal code and laws, the stuff that you broke, the laws that you violated. Y'all got to deal with this stuff. So it don't really matter what we think and how we feel about it. We just want it all to come out so we can get to the better parts of things. You know what I mean? Like, damn, all this stringing along and playing with people and all that, trying to censorship, slide-away censorship, low-key censorship. Like, the shadow banning, like, it's not cool, bro, that we know this stuff is out here, and out of all these years, now you telling me, back engineering, now you telling me, all the stuff that I thought I saw, I know I saw now. But you made me feel like I was crazy. Like I didn't see that. Like mine's playing tricks on me. Gotta be the weed. It's gotta be the weed, man. You're high. Like, bro, I'm lit. But I also know what the hell I see. I also know what I see. So, and I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands of people just like me, because there's like they said, there's we all got phones. We've all gotten plenty of footage of things that they wouldn't even bat an eye at, or they would, as soon as they hit the internet, you know what I'm saying, they hushing that up. And if it's something really, really, you know what I'm saying, on that, they coming. And most people don't know not to post that shit. But then when they start getting on TikTok and you start seeing people vanishing and coming up missing, you catch something that's profound, bro. You may want to just hold on to that and just, I would say, go oral with it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, be careful who you talking to, because everybody ain't everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some of them work for the other side. You know what I'm saying? Basically, yeah. You show this person, you show this person, you show this person, but then this person was messing with this person. So be wary of who you're dealing with when you get your hands on some of this stuff. Until we know that it's free and we're cool and we're good to come out and show what we actually have, y'all better hold that stuff to yourself. Keep it to yourself. I mean, maybe it's just for you to know. So if you've ever had doubt, now you actually have emphatic proof and you got it in your phone. Keep it there. Keep it offline. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't have these folks come showing up at your doorstep because your whole damn family come up missing. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So y'all keep your head on that swivel out there, man. Y'all be good. Don't forget to keep yourself spiritually, physically, and emotionally protected. Do not let the world drive you crazy. Due diligence. critical thinking at all times. Keep your CT on at all times. We gonna get into some more of what they got going on. We gonna let them finish this up though, but we gonna get into some more of what they got going on. You know what I mean? And yeah. I don't know where we're gonna go because I've been seeing a lot of stuff. But let's see what else they got to say.
Then Mr. Garcia, you had a few closing remarks.
And I know we're about to hit votes here, so I'll be brief. Just I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank
Bonus Garcia, what's up?
Chairwoman Mace especially for holding this important bipartisan hearing. And I want to thank all the committee members that are interested in this topic. I think our commitment to all of you and all the folks that have contacted us, and certainly to the advocates and the pilots, is that we need to continue investigating UAPs. I think the country is owed explanations and ensure that the safety or national security is always protected. This is a conversation and questioning that must continue, so I'm very grateful to all of you. And I also just want to add, just personally, I think it's really important for me, two things guide my questioning and my observations on UAPs. One is we should always be guided by facts, science, and data, and stay serious on those issues. And the second thing is I think that we should not limit our imagination and our thoughts and our curiosity on what UAPs could actually be. And I think those two things for me are really important, and I'm grateful for all of you to be here. So with that, I yield back.
Okay, and we have Mr. Ogles, who is on the way. He's going to be here any second. Is that correct? Want to check, and he'll be the last member with questions that we have today, and then we have votes. So we want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank Mr. Garcia and folks on both sides of the aisle for being here today and being patient. We have a lot more questions, and I hope that this will open the door to more hearings in the future. I obviously would like to know how much taxpayers are spending on this. You have the right to know. But also, if we're spending money on something that doesn't exist, why are we spending the money? And if it doesn't, if it does exist, why are we hiding it from the public?
Right.
And of course, our national security is a huge issue, because if there's technology that could harm us or our allies that are in the hands of our adversaries, we obviously want to stay ahead of that to the best of our ability to ensure that that technology is not in the hands of someone who could use it against us or our allies anywhere in the world. So, Mr. Ogles, you're just in time, babe. I will recognize you for 5 minutes of questioning before we head on out today.
But see, the thing with that is, there's always backdoor dealings, man. Like, they put it out in the forefront that, you know what I'm saying, we don't want this to get in the hands of da-da-da-da. Yeah, you don't really want it to get in the hands of somebody that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, right. But with those that's familiar with the tech, yeah, there's trades going on. There's dibble and dabbles. There's, hey man, don't use that shit over here. We'll get on y'all ass. Y'all go try them with that type of dealing. Listen, it gets crazy in the dark web areas of things, right? Or what actually goes on behind closed doors, and we're all hip to it, man. It's just like the God of War. I mean, God of War. Nicolas Cage. You know what I'm saying? Set the gun trade. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know. Everybody. You know what I mean? It's dinners and parties, and you know what I'm saying? Couple chit chats and a couple glasses of wine and a whole bunch of laughing and da-da-da. While you know what I'm saying, yeah, right, stuff like that. So that's where I be with it, to just, you know what I'm saying, I keep my long handle spoon on everyone. Like, I just can't see myself trusting any of it. I just want that one word right there, exposing the truth, the actual truth, and nothing but that truth. So help anybody from their God, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I seek. That's what I'm here for. That's a part of my path. That's a part of my duty, is to seek that truth. You know what I'm saying? And reveal it. Not just seek it, but to find it, secure it, get it out there for you. But yeah, heads on the swivel. Let's see if buddy gonna come. Is he coming? Is he here? Hey, cuz, where you? Where you at? Is he coming?
Well, thank you all for being here. And Madam Chairwoman, I out of breath because I sprinted to get here. But this is an important hearing. I think we all know that there's something going on. Mr. Elizondo, based on your knowledge of UAP sightings, do you believe it's fair to say that they are especially common near nuclear sites?
Yes, sir. Mr. Congressman, I absolutely am convinced of that, as are my colleagues inside the government.
All right, and we know why. Because you were told to stand down from using the nuclear weapon. You damn near cracked the planet when you let off Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And then you were just testing them things and you sacrificed all those people. So that's one of the main reasons why I don't vote. I never will vote and never have voted. Because I personally feel through all that I've learned about how this realm works is like consension. Like you put your consent on something, you condone it, you with whatever goes with that. So like I said in previous videos, I feel like when you vote for whoever you're voting for whatever you're voting for, to be whoever it is, whatever they do, that's on you too, right? In a sense, you may not feel like it. Like I would say, in a nutshell, Nagasaki, Hiroshima. Who was that? Who was that? Truman. I think Truman did that, right? Around his time. So when that happened, that's like whoever voted for Truman, that blood would be on your hands too. Technically, because you voted for Truman, you believe in Truman, you were with whatever Truman was with. So whatever Truman decided to do, you basically backed his play by your consent in what he did. And more so why they be needing people to vote for certain things so they can do, because they can't just do. You know what I'm saying? It's free will. So they would fringe upon your free will if they just went and just did stuff, right? And even though it looks that way, it's really not that way. So that's why they have all these contracts. You have to give consent. Same thing with the vampire. You have to invite them in. They can't just come in your house. You know what I'm saying? So look for these pockets. Look for these doorways, as we like to call them, right? And this is all this got something to do with it.
And the reason why I pose that question, and this has been one of my talking points from the beginning, is, Oak Ridge is in Tennessee. The so-called weather balloon that drifted, that we now know was controlled, it passed near Oak Ridge. It obviously is a sensitive site, both of interest to our adversaries and to whatever else this is. Because we know that at military installations, at sensitive locations, such as nuclear facilities, that we're seeing this take place. So the question is what is it? Do you believe they've caused an irregular activity, and why might they be interested in those sites?
Sir, in some cases, it's actually regular activity. You'd be surprised. There's actually documentation right now that's been submitted. It's not just Oak Ridge. It's Savannah River site, SRS. It's also Los Alamos. A lot of our sensitive R&D locations appear to be under some sort of surveillance and monitoring. Why? Well, because a lot of innovation comes out of those areas, a lot of new technologies, a lot of, if you will, disruptive technologies that we use for our national defense originates out of those locations, and advanced concepts in physics as well. So if I was doing any type of reconnaissance, even on a foreign adversary, that's a great target to start with.
Sure, and again, this has been one of my talking points. I do have questions. What role might the Department of Energy or its subsidiaries or affiliates have in this type of technology, or possessing this type of technology, whether it's ours or others? Mr. Gallaudet, I think your testimony has been pretty clear, but would you please reiterate that do you believe UAPs pose a threat to pilots? Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. They were threatening Navy pilots during the exercise that I was, my people were involved with in 2015, and it's my understanding they're risking pilot safety, commercial and military today.
Huh? Well, considering, and I understand that there's a need.
They're risking, or are y'all risking it? Hold on now. Let's not listen. We already in an ordeal, right? let's not manipulate the situation and try to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get to it, bro. We ain't gotta do that, because basically, like I said earlier, they letting you, boy, you stop it. You know what I mean? Like, boy, stop. Don't even put up chase. It's just like now, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a high-speed chase. Don't even put up the chase, because you're going to endanger yourself or other people. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all see them, and if you got a lineup and you can get up, go. But when they start doing when they get to doing what you can't, boy, hold up. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Back up off that. Now, if they come blowing past you, yeah, that's intimidation. Hold what you got, though. Because trust me, if they wanna take you down, you're down. They blast you out of the sky. They hit a button, just cut off the electromagnetic pulse, hit your bow, EMP your bow. You know what I'm saying? Drops you just like that. Ain't even got to touch. You feel me? Have you stuck in there with some telepathy or something. You can't even eject those cedo, cuz. You can't even get that out. You can't even get that part out, right? You know what I mean? Look, bro, then came in here and just turned up. I thought we finna get up out of here. My bad. Let go.
In some cases, to keep certain technologies secret. But you believe that it is posing a threat to our personnel, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I think it's reasonable to conclude that if there is a threat to our personnel who are serving our country faithfully, that there be oversight.
Look at it.
100%, Congressman. And in fact, that's the one thing that we've not talked about enough during this hearing is the fact that the government executive branch not sharing with Congress what it knows about UAP infringes on your legislative and oversight responsibilities to such an extent that's very concerning. I mean, what else are we
dead working?
If you look at national security or intelligence or foreign affairs or appropriations, you all have oversight and legislative responsibility regarding those. This UAP issue may be the greatest issue of our time, and it's being hid from you.
Well, I mean, and to your point, I think we've seen over the decades that we have certain adversaries like China, like Russia, that technologically speaking are not as advanced as us, that they lack some of the lethality that we have, and that we've seen that they've gone after our technologies and in some cases succeeded, in particular with missile technology. And so again, my concern are adversaries like China, like Russia, that technologically speaking are not as advanced as us, that they lack some of the lethality that we have, and that we've seen that they've gone after our technologies and in some cases succeeded, in particular with missile technology. And so again, my concern, whether this technology emanates from us or otherworldly, that we know that we possess it. And where's the accountability? Where are the stopgaps? Or otherworldly, that we know that we possess it. And where's the accountability? Where are the
I know I ain't the only one just saw that. One more time.
Technology emanates from us or otherworldly, that we know that we possess it. And where
that's what something got cut. Got cut right up out of that thing. Boy, I'm so glad I kept on watching. So we definitely know, because I mean, bro saying something right here, right?
Whether this technology emanates from us or otherworldly, that we know that we possess it. And where's the accountability? Where are the stopgaps? What are the guarantees that if this were to fall in enemy hands, that it isn't immediately weaponized against us? And I'll say this, it is clear from my experience and what I've seen that there is something out there. The question is it ours? Is it someone else's? Or is it otherworldly? And Madam Chairman, I would posit that as the legislative body, as the regulatory body, we must know. And anyone who prevents us from gaining access to that information, I would consider that criminality. Because we have U.S. personnel who may very well be in harm's way. We have technology that ultimately may threaten our very existence. With that, Madam Chairman, I thank you for your indulgence, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Ogles. And with that and without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit materials and to submit additional written questions for the witnesses, which will be forwarded to the witnesses for their response. If there's no further business without objection, the subcommittee stands adjourned.
Look here, man, and there it is, Academites. So we, and like I said, I'm of course, I guess you could say, late to the party, fashionably late to the party, but not so late to the party, because just like the SCP Foundation, when I came into that, I was already kind of seeing that the stuff that I get into and I like to study, I felt like I was already at home, right? It was easy for me to navigate through, to pick up on a lot, to see how it works, right? This is, I know, man. It's one of those like if you were cognitive dissonance, you probably like. That's what your mind is every day that you hear or even think or fathom this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I can't even fathom this. But now they're even talking about organic stuff, splicing. It's all kinds of stuff that's coming out of this, right? And this is all the stuff that we deal with over where we do boots on the ground, you know what I'm saying, with the SCP Foundation and the SCP universe. You know what I mean? It's all the same. So we just get to dissect here this reality based stuff, and via the insides, the other side, you know what I mean, where they give us the incident reports of such things, you know what I'm saying? Kitsune, bro, the nine-tailed fox demon, come on. And there's definitely like your myths, like all your urban legends, like Jeepers Creepers, like that thing was it's actually an insectoid, praying mantis type deal. Like it's Teen Wolf, you know what I'm saying? Michael J. Fox Teen Wolf. That's your hypertrichosis. Put it right in your face. Never in a science book. Never saw that. You know what I'm saying? Prokaryotic cell, eukaryotic cell. The anatomy, getting into anatomy. You know what I'm saying? Is really, really important when it comes down to understanding a lot of this information. So when I sit here, I hear more than just what they're saying. My mind can go to a lot of things that I've looked over and heard about, trying to confirm. You know what I'm saying? When you're really looking, you find a lot of information. So certain things definitely will stick out. And you're just looking for confirmations. You know what I'm saying? Like, are we gonna get trophies for all this? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we better stay low, because they, you know what I'm saying, those faceless tall guys in the black suits to show up. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, or yeah. So just like I said, head on the swivel out there, y'all. Get your footage, get your proof, get your truths. Don't put yourself in danger. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't put anybody else in harm's way. For whatever you got going on is what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Give everybody the choice, the free will to choose. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what you got going on. You feel me? If it's that important, then either stay the hell away from your people, or you know what I mean? You shouldn't be into the stuff that you've been into, that you have to keep that big of a secret from the people that you love, that's putting them in danger, because they don't have a fucking clue as to what you do. That's one of them things. Do you not know what your dad does at work? It's like, no, I just thought he did it behind the computer. But like, man, this dude is the da-da-da-da-da. It's like, what? They all like, huh? Like, what do you mean? He's just he would never, my husband, da-da-da-da. It's like, lady, this man is a secret spy for y'all know the movies. Y'all seen them. Come on now. And it be stuff just like this. What's in those cases? What's in those files? What's in this picture? What's in that docket? What's in this thing? You know what I mean? It's all types of stuff. And they showing you these, where do y'all think these ideas for all this stuff is coming from? It's the incident reports. I feel like it's the incident reports. Some disclosed, some undisclosed. You know what I'm saying? The ones that ain't blotted out with redactions. Because that shit was crazy. That thing was redacted to fucking sleep. Like, damn, bro, like, you shouldn't even brought this. Like, no, bring me a different case file. You know what I'm saying? Like, this one, no, I can't do nothing with nothing, okay? Like, it's something in there, and this ain't telling me I'm not going in that room, bro. I need something else to go off of. All right, so, y'all let me know in the comment section how do y'all think these guys did? How do y'all think the questions? Do y'all have any questions? What do you think? You know what I'm saying? What do you think about what do they know? Like the stuff that they're into. Do you feel like they could have possibly said more, did more, spoke about more, highlighted more? You know, kind of been a little bit tricky with how the way they deliver some of this. What about the questionable side? The questionnaires, could they ask deeper questions, better questions, what's your concern when it comes to these anomalies? Like, what are you mainly concerned with, if you even have a concern, or what are you more excited about when it comes to them? Like, what are you into? Like I said, you see so I'm not tripping. I've always been to the stars. You know what I'm saying? LinkedIn. So I saw when I first saw that, like, it's like I was like, oh my God! It's like something popped in my brain when I saw this thing when I was younger, growing up. When I saw Predator for the first time, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I saw that and I was like, it's like something resonated. So, and I've always resonated with the Yanja. I don't know what that connection is just yet. I haven't really meditated on it like that, but I do feel a strong connection with that. I don't know, but I feel like all of that's coming eventually. You know what I mean? It's definitely about to get hot around here, which is the temperature that they hunt in, they like. So, you know, we never know. You might just, all right. So, and y'all know how they get out. They camouflage. They you got a weapon on you, and you a danger, you a threat. They gonna get down on you. Don't fuck around and get skint around here. You know what I'm saying? Scalped and get your little head put on as a trophy. Don't fuck around with the fuck around and find out. You feel me? All right, y'all be good out there, man. Let me get up out of here. Peace.